So it is Friday the 4th of August. Amy is a week and 2 days out, one day out. And we've come for a coffee in our favourite cafe in the centre of Bolton. And today, well, something I've been thinking about for a while. I realised that as I've approached my 30s and then got into my 30s, basically I started having a hairy back. Now, when I was younger, I thought, oh my God, I used to look at people with a hairy back and think, oh, that's disgusting. I'm now one of them. So I'm going to get my back waxed today. So there's a salon not far from there where Amy goes and gets her nails done. So we're going to go there and I'm going to have my back waxed. And Amy's probably going to laugh at me. And you can see me in pain. So we'll see how that goes. Right, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm going to be looked after. And well, actually, I've been told to not make too much noise. So we shall see.
You can put the stuff down there behind. When you're laying down, and we've got another picture, so when you're laying down.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. So we do the whole back and your shoulder blade, and your front of your chest. Lift the hair up with the powder. Powder. A nice massage.
How painful on a scale of 1 to 10 is this going to be?
Piece of cake for you.
Easy.
A bit hot, that's why I have to wipe the bottom off. Because my thanks. Water first, not even a half. You ready? How's that?
It's okay. Oh.
Yeah, okay. Acceptable, yeah?
Okay.
I mean, it's not pleasant, but it's okay.
Wow, that's really good. That's come off so clean.
Yeah, gently. Very good. No, I'm not joking. People just put on then one pot and wow, they go fuck and fuck and fuck, I know. When I press it, because it's got nerve down a little bit and then will not hurt. I'll give you a topping.
How is it then?
It's like, I don't know, 6 out of 10 pain, maybe.
Really?
I want to.
Go for a breath, that's good. You've done a good job. I don't know how to breathe in for. It holds your breath, it keeps the nerve down a bit. So quick.
Breathe, Ryan.
Breathe in, breathe out.
I feel the sweat.
Whoa.
Fuck yeah.
Ryan.
Alright.
It's fine, you've done well.
Can you imagine what this is like in your groin?
No. Just wouldn't bother.
You're so
Face
smooth.
that way. Yep, so smooth.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. You've done well, very good. Well, I'm very proud of you. Just having your chin.
Well done, right?
When you lift the lift and then you go like that. The same thing. So we do the shoulder afterwards, yeah?
I'm sweating.
Yeah?
It's making me sweat. It's not that bad, it's just not pleasant.
Yeah.
Well, when you have a few times, you get used to it, the pain, and then you know what the system is like, and then you'll be fine. So we do on this side now, on this side area.
Is it better if my skin's tight? Or
I don't want it.
Whatever,
It's
okay.
I've stretched this muscle anyway. So I need to do a little bit there. That's it. I want to go all the wax off on the side, this area, okay?
That won't hurt much because there's not much hair there.
It's sensitive, the soft skin there.
Yeah, the rib might do.
The rib might. So I'll just do a half here first, and then you finish the armpit area. 1, 2, 3. He's sweating. Baby's sweat.
I'm sweating.
It's okay. It's nice and cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not very nice. But it's manageable. That'll do it. Uh-oh.
Sometimes it's surprising that like certain bits aren't as sore as you'd think.
Oh, that's the worst bit there. Oh. That's the worst bit. There was just one spot that was really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
This one here.
Yeah.
The muscle soft here.
Oh.
Okay, so now
Good.
we just do it on the other side.
Okay.
And we finish your shoulder.
A bit.
Yeah.
And then there's a little spot under here that's pretty bad as well.
Here and here, then finish. Just do this first. So more. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Arm should be not hurting. Not bend your neck down for me. Side, it doesn't hurt. Guarantee it.
You promise?
Promise.
I don't believe her.
I can clean it out, okay? I know.
Is this not going to be painful now?
No, she's
this is
cleaning
very
it.
good.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
How's that feel?
Better than being waxed.
Stand up for me now. Just lifting on your knee.
Oh.
Pictures now.
Turn around.
In that turn around. Wow.
Super smooth.
Amazing. Can I have a picture? Oh, yeah.
So that was that. It was, I would say like a 6 out of 10 pain. Like it is quite intense, but then the pain fades quite quick. And I didn't realise how hairy my back was. But
So smooth.
So smooth.
yeah. Well, that's it. That's a wrap. Time to gym. A few days after my back was waxed and quite spotty on my back now. So it begs the question, why the fuck do people have it done? Anyway, just out for a walk, taking our little doggy for a walk, little Franco. And today I am going to meet up with a client who is 3 weeks out from his first show of the year. His name's Josh, and we're going to be doing a push session. He never actually trained before. His check-ins, he's looking sharper than he ever has done. He went away, had a really good off-season. He's come back looking the best he ever has. So I'm going to see him in person, make some adjustments as and where necessary, and see how it goes. And what are you doing, mate?
Oh,
You clean it up?
yeah, it's the thingy one.
A thingy one.
A too many treat one.
He's had too many treats. Franco, what did you do, mate? Oh, fuck's sake, I'll do it then. And before we make our way to the gym, I thought something worth talking about would be appetite in off-season. Now, talked about it many times before. It's probably a little bit boring, but I'm not someone who has a raging appetite all the time. There's probably a period of about 4 to 6 weeks after a show where my appetite is fantastic and everything's just easy to get in. But it comes to a point where my appetite starts to stall. Even though my body fat isn't particularly high, but it's just something that does happen to me over time. So now my meals are a little bit more difficult to get in. And I think the reason why I'm saying this is because it's probably relatable for some people. And I fall into bad habits myself. The bad habits I fall into is I get up too late because when I eat more food, I tend to sleep more. On prep, I struggle to get, like, I'll be waking up at maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m., anywhere between there. Whereas in off season, it's like 7, 8, 9, but I don't like rush to get out of bed, if that makes sense. If I start eating too late in the day, so let's say my first meal goes in at 9, 10, somewhere around that time, basically it just means that I'm going to struggle to get my food in. So I need to start eating earlier. So the first trap that I fall into. The other trap that I fall into is that I make my meals for convenience and there's not a lot of flavour going on. Because I'm not hungry, the desire to put more effort into the food starts to wane a little bit. So a few things that I need to fix myself up with, rather than trying to tell other people how to do things, I need to do certain things myself. Wake up earlier, start eating earlier, and actually make my food a bit more enjoyable. So what I've got in here is just chicken and rice, but it's with veg and a chicken stock and some boiling water, so it creates like a broth with it. Sounds really simple, but it makes it a lot easier to eat. Whereas on prep, it was just chicken rice with a bit of salt and pepper, and that's it. But just the little minor details that make food more palatable can make the whole thing a whole lot easier. And I try and do that across the board as I get less and less hungry, even though the temptation is to just get it in, because as I say, my appetite is not there. So I just think, just get it in, don't even think about it. Being 130 kilo plus means I've got to eat a lot of food to maintain my weight, let alone if I want to grow. So the struggles of off season are very much present, but it's how you deal with it. So I do moan about it, and Amy takes the piss out of me for moaning about it, but there are ways around it. Get the angle. Sorry, mate. So today, as I said before, with Josh, you are how many weeks out?
4 yesterday.
4, I actually said 3, so my mistake. But Josh's condition is at an all-time best pretty much now already, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's great. I can't take all the credit for it. He actually was just dieting on his own. But we've worked together 2 times before as well.
Yeah.
He came to me for the final part of the prep because, to be honest with you, I would honestly argue that the diet side of things is fairly straightforward until the end part.
Yeah.
The end part. Well, I mean, how would you say that?
I don't know, like it's one of them ones, like from all the previous preps that we have done together, I kind of just implemented that into this one.
Okay.
To do it on my own in a sense, but so I can't take all the credit because
Well, it's a bit
it's still the majority of you.
So we done one show before. It was your first show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And how did you go on that?
I came third.
How do you feel about that?
It's one of them ones I think I could have done better, but obviously I was ill the week before.
Yeah.
With it, and then the day before, I sort of a bit watery, a bit off. So that messed my head up and that sort of thing. And I just didn't really enjoy it as much. I feel like I should have done. The people that were on stage, I should have done better.
That's a fair assessment. The thing is, what we're realising, so we run a mock carb load this weekend just gone, and we realised actually that you probably don't need that much.
No.
Josh probably looks slightly sharper and slightly better on less food. So we went in with a 500 gram carb day. The weight shot up about 1.5 kilos, give or take.
Yeah.
Then we done a second day with reduced carbs to down about 250, and it didn't actually enhance his look. So I think we're going to try another one this weekend coming up. Probably go somewhere in the region of like 300 to 400 for a couple of days and see how that goes. But yeah, so we have now got a push session. How are you feeling energy-wise for that moment as well?
It's hit and miss, different days, different feelings sort of thing. Normally because I'm off Monday, Tuesdays, mentally, it gives me a bit more energy, so it's not too bad.
How's your strength at the moment?
Don't know, we'll see again. I'll see against you. Like.
Right, let's go get it, man. Awesome, bro. So around the posing, do you know what? You sweated more during the posing.
I know, yeah.
Really good session. I've just been explaining to Josh, you know, like Josh gives me plenty of feedback, you know. He's not too fucked at the moment, you know, he's still got 4 weeks before he actually steps on stage, so we don't want him to be at a point where training is really dipping. It's really important to try and maintain as much strength and performance in the gym when you're in prep, because I just again said to Josh, it's a bodybuilding competition. It isn't just how little food can we eat, it's how much muscle and how well can we present ourselves on stage. So the posing, Josh is a really good poser, to be honest with you. Just a few tweaks, trying to implement some of the hamstring techniques. I think if we were to identify one like weakness with Josh's posing, it would be the hamstring detail. How are you finding connecting with that?
Yeah, it's quite hard.
So we've got a technique where, like, trying to plant his foot into the floor and scrape it back to try and mimic a hamstring curl. Well, it's the balance, isn't it? It's the balance.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the balance. We run 3 more mock carb loads. Josh again was telling me about how he feels fat, and he's sort of like, as soon as like a bit of food goes in, he starts to like panic and think that he's like ruining it. And I think people watching this can probably relate to that, because I know I feel that as well. But the importance of having someone who's got a level head and someone who's got a keen eye for this kind of thing is important.
Yeah.
And if you were on your own, how would you be approaching it?
I would have just dug in and gone all the way. And probably died.
I think this
Oh shit.
I think this is something that people can relate to as well. If you're on, you left your own devices, you just dig to the point where you actually start seeing like a regression in your physique. So yeah, I'm really excited for this, mate.
Yeah.
PCA Manchester the first show, PCA London the second show, and then the British finals after you've
Hopefully.
qualification. But yeah. All right, mate. Nice one. Thank you very much, brother.
Cool.